Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. So tomorrow it's the big one, United against Liverpool, and it's at Anfield. And I was lucky enough to get a ticket. I usually don't get one. I apply for all the away games, and this is only my second this season after the Southampton away back in August. I already know that it's going to be ugly, and it's probably going to be at least 4 or 5-0. It all depends on Liverpool, to be honest, because if they want to go easy on us after a couple of goals, then well, that's what I can only hope for, because I just want to go through five reasons why we have absolutely no chance at this game. And number one, I think, is the biggest one, which is mentality. The mentality and motivation for United is so much different than what so much different than what Liverpool have, because Liverpool have everything to go and play for still, because they are in a title race, and they could still win the quadruple, which is going to overachieve what we did in 1999, the treble. So hopefully that's not going to happen, but it's not really up to us. I mean, it is kind of up to us as well, because if we can get some points or just 1 point from Liverpool tomorrow, then they are going to drop 2 points, and that will help Man City big time. So obviously we are hoping for that, but I don't think that's even realistic, not even a point. Our players are already checked out mentally. Physically they are still there, they are still on the pitch, but we have at least 4 or 5 players who are definitely not going to be here next season, and they couldn't care less. Paul Pogba, Juan Mata, although I think Juan Mata and Nemanja Matic are also leaving, they are professionals, and I don't have an issue with them, but they are still leaving, so it's very questionable whether they would give their 100% for a tackle or anything like that that could cause them an injury just before the summer transfer window, so it's very doubtful. Jesse Lingard, he's also leaving. I don't think he wants to be here anymore anyway. Cavani, well, he's not even playing, so he's irrelevant, and I'm sure there are more players in this squad who don't even want to be here, so I don't think that they are going to do. They are not going to give their 100%, simply because they just don't care. They genuinely don't care. You could see the last couple of weeks, and Paul Pogba even said openly during the international break a couple of weeks ago that we have nothing to play for the rest of the season, and it was kind of true, but at the same time it just shows the weak mentality that these players have, because we dropped 5 points against Everton and Leicester City, which means we could have already got top 4. We are back in the top 4 race, but we are still 5th, but we could be top 4. But these players already gave up 8 league games before the end of the season. They already gave up on this season and on top 4 race. So that just shows that these players don't have the right mentality to play for this club. And Liverpool and those players, they are the exact opposite, because in December I think they were like 12 or even 14 points behind Man City, and everyone thought that City would easily win this league, and now they are only 1 point behind City, which means Liverpool are going to do everything they can tomorrow. They are not going to rest players, they are not going to rest even mentally, so they need to win this game, and if they do, then until at least Wednesday or Thursday, I don't know when City plays, but they will go on the top. So yeah, and this would mean that they could win the title again, which is the 20th time for them as well, which would equal what United have. So they really have everything to play for. They could win the quadruple, as I said earlier. So yeah, that's number one, mentality and motivation. United players are not motivated at all. They don't even want to win a football game usually. I mean, just look at the game against Everton. They couldn't care less. They don't even want to. They clearly don't want to win for the fans, and they don't want to win for United for the badge. But they don't even want to win for themselves. Uh, yeah, unfortunately, Man United are going to lose due to the power of the. Yeah, it won't even be a draw. Yeah. Yeah. So where was I? Yeah. Second point. The game is at Anfield, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's been 2017 since last time Liverpool lost a game at home in front of the crowd. Obviously, they lost a couple of games last season during lockdown when people were not allowed to go to the stadium, so that's a bit different story. But at Anfield, in front of their own fans, they haven't lost a game in the league in 5 years. It's not going to happen tomorrow. That's very obvious. I would be very happy with a draw. I think we all would be. And they only conceded 7 goals at home this season, which means that, defensively they are very, very strong. So I remember even when we had Sir Alex Ferguson or Van Gaal, obviously, when last time we won that, we always needed some luck to get away with a 1-0 win or a 2-1 win. So even during those times, what are your thoughts on Ten Hag? Well, I'm very happy for Ten Hag. I think he's the right appointment, and he needs to be given time, obviously, at least 4 or 5 years, and he needs to be given the power to just do whatever he wants in terms of selling players and buying players. Otherwise, what's the point? So yeah, back on my second point, Anfield. It has always been a difficult place for us to play, and when we played there, we usually just parked the bus and we were hoping for the best, even with Sir Alex. So yeah, and defensively now we are bad anyway. So again, nothing really to hope for, especially with Harry Maguire in defense. Number 3, the managers. I do rate Ralf Rangnick. On the other hand, he was clearly not. He didn't come for United to be the manager long term. That's why he was given only 6 months until the end of the season, and then he will have like a consultancy role, something like that. So he's really good at building and rebuilding clubs, but he's not like a proper manager, unlike Jurgen Klopp, who I think is the best manager. For the last couple of years, he's definitely the best or the second best manager in the world. So not much else to say about that. Obviously, they have a much better coach. So yeah, and point number 4, that Liverpool, they play as a team. They are actually a group of good players, but they play as a team. Whereas United, we just play as a group of individual players. They all play for themselves, and they don't even play well. And Liverpool also have much better bench options now that they bought a couple of new players in January and last summer as well. So because we have so many injuries now and some players left in January, we really don't have good bench options. So even if we are, I don't know, let's say we are keeping it at 0-0 or 1-1, half an hour to go, Liverpool will have at least 2 or 3 good players on the bench who could come on, and United will have to rely on Juan or Nemanja Matic if they don't start, or Rashford, which is even worse because he's just in a terrible form. So yeah, in terms of the squad and how these players play, again, it's day and night, the difference between the two clubs. Our players are just lazy and overrated players, and Liverpool, they have better players individually, but they also play as a team. We haven't done that for a very long time, and certainly we are not going to start it now when the players already checked out and they just don't care about this club and about the season because they are leaving anyway, or they want to leave, or they hope they will leave, and mentally they are just weak anyway. And my last point is the fitness level, which again I think is very important, because if for some miracle we are still drawing the game 0-0, we are defending well, and there is 20 or even just 15 minutes to go, our players are usually, well, they just drop. I mean, physically they get tired as well. Just look at Nemanja Matic, he cannot play more than 1 hour a week, and he already played like half an hour 2 days ago. Paul Pogba, I don't even remember last time he played 90 minutes. So straight away, these are two midfielders who are not going to be able to play the whole 90 minutes of, or if they have to, then we know that they will be just knackered by the end of the game, and that cannot be a good thing, especially at Anfield when we are trying to defend a good result, which I don't think we will anyway, because I think by 60th minute it will be like 4 or 5-0 depending on what Liverpool actually want. Yeah, Liverpool, they don't really seem to get tired anyway, and as I already said, they have a much better squad, they have better players on the bench, so even if they get tired, they will always have better qualities to come on the pitch. So yeah, there is absolutely nothing that would show or suggest that United have any chance to even get a draw. I know in football never say never, and funny things happen, but they only happen when the smaller team, the underdog, actually wants to win or wants to get a result, and they have the right mentality and the motivation, and our players just don't. Especially Paul Pogba, after he was booed 2 days ago, which is another topic. I don't think that he's going to give even 50% of what he can do, because I'm sure he's fed up with the club and the fans now as well. So, but still, we will have to rely on him, because Fred and McTominay are still out. So I guess the midfield picks itself again, and yeah, there is no hope, I would say. I would even go as far as just play some of the youth, not all of them, but some of them, and just rest a couple of key players for the Arsenal game, because that's going to be the big one for United this season and this week. If we want to get top 4, just forget about the Anfield game. We are not going to get a point there, but we should go for a win against Arsenal at the Emirates, because we can beat them. I don't think we will, but I think we can beat them, and they are definitely not in a good form. So I don't think it's a good idea to play Ronaldo 90 minutes 2 times in 4 days, but probably that's going to happen because we have no other options. But the players like Maguire, Rashford, Pogba, I wouldn't even put them in the squad, because they are just not good enough. They wouldn't even be good enough against a championship side. Yeah, exactly. We must win at Arsenal, so just forget about the game tomorrow, because I know it sounds sad and stupid to forget about the game against Liverpool, but yeah, we just have to go there and try to defend, because we are not going to dominate anyway the midfield. We are not going to have too many possession, so all we can hope for is that De Gea will have a brilliant game, and Liverpool will just they will create chances no matter what. All we can hope for is that they will just basically miss all their chances. Yeah, Pogba, Maguire, Rashford, Lingard out. Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't even include them in the squad. And not just for today, but for the rest of the season, because they will all go anyway. Or, well, okay, Rashford and Maguire probably won't go, unfortunately, but they are by far the 2 weakest points now. So why would you want to include the two weakest points at any point? So I would just send them on a holiday now. That's not going to happen. Harry Maguire is going to start tomorrow, so that's just another point why we have no chance. But yeah, let me know in the comments what your prediction is. I'm going with 4-0 Liverpool. No, actually 4-1. 4-1. I think we are going to score first, and then Liverpool, they will just destroy us again. And for the last 20 minutes, they will go easy on us because they have actually important games to come. What do you think about the captaincy? Why Maguire is captain? I don't know why he's still the captain, to be honest. I think maybe because Rangnick knows that he's not going to be the permanent manager and it shouldn't be his decision. Because let's say Rangnick gives it to De Gea for the rest of the season, or he would have given to De Gea, and then Ten Hag comes in the summer and he wants to give it to someone else. So yeah, I think he just leaves it as it is. But there is no any logical explanation why someone like Harry Maguire would be the captain. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the video that well, I also uploaded Ronaldo's free kick, and after that free kick, everyone was celebrating with Ronaldo when he scored the winner at the Stratford end, and Harry Maguire, he was also up there on the pitch. He was on the wall. He just started walking back alone. So, like, what kind of a captain he is? He's not even celebrating a goal for his team. So he's just an absolute disgrace, and I cannot wait for the day when he leaves or even retires from football, because yeah, I just cannot stand him now. But anyway, yeah, let me know what you think. I think it's going to be very ugly. It's going to be 4-1. If we are lucky and we are going to get a goal at least. 4-2 win for Liverpool, yeah. Sounds sad, but I would actually take it because I'm going to the game and it would be really nice to see 2 United goals. I'm very doubtful that we will even have 2 chances. But yeah, we will see tomorrow night. But for now, that's it. Yeah, see you later.